Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, I do appreciate you stopping by. Today's beer comes from DuClaw Brewing. This is the Repent, and this is a Belgian strong dark ale coming in at a whopping 14%er, guys. Monster beer here, guys. And I've had this bottle for quite a while. I couldn't see any kind of dating on the label. There may be something stamped on the bottle and I cannot see it. We'll look when I come back for the final chug and see if there's anything written on the bottle that I can see or decipher. But I have had it for quite a while. I don't know exactly how long, probably at least 5 years. So it's 100 IBUs according to Untapped. Their commercial description on Untapped says Belgian Pint on your knees, first brewed in 2005. Repent represents the next level in big Belgian style beers. Beyond Belgian triples and quads, the DuClaw Brewing Company original style, the Belgian Pint, building on the deep flavor profiles and strong ABV of the Belgian dark strong ale style. Repent absolves tainted souls with an enticing roasted malt bouquet, light hop character, spicy and fruity flavors, and an unforgiving 14% ABV that leaves the sinful penitent in its wake. Pour a glass and walk the thin line between Saturday night and Sunday morning. Well, we're doing this on Monday, February the 4th, and we're going to see what it brings to the table here, guys. So we've got the ABV and the IBUs, and I'll try to see if there's any kind of dating on it when I come back for the final chug. So with that being said, let's get this big 22-ounce bomber opened up and get it into the glass and see what we got. Let's go down the center on this one. And that's going to do it. We're going to save the rest of that for the other half. Nice finger of head. Guys, it's got a mahogany red color to it. A good looking beer. Definitely looks like a filtered beer. I can see the light right through it. Good looking beer in the glass. To the nose we go. A nice candied sugar aroma. Hints of caramel and toffee. Not a big Belgian characteristics to it. Does have a big sweet notes like a barley wine has. Wonderful aroma. Very, very nice. Looks good too. That's a good looking beer. So let's dive in and see what we got. I do like what DuClaw makes. I haven't had any in a while, but I used to drink quite a few of the Sweet Baby Jesuses. So let's see how this one has cellared, because like I said, I've had this one for several years, guys. So cheers everybody. Very nice. Very, very nice. The alcohol is very, very well hidden for a 14%er. 100 IBUs. I am getting a little bit, when you brew a 14%er, it's going to take a lot of bittering hops to balance out that huge malt bill that produces a 14% or so. They got to put a lot of hops in there to balance that out, otherwise it'd be a big sweet mess. Very nice bouquet, if you will. Smells very nice. Very easy drinking for a monster beer of this magnitude. I'm hoping I can find some kind of vintage on the bottle when I come back. And like I said, I didn't see anything on the label here, guys. So, very pleasant. A nice one and done beer, especially being this big. So hopefully if you do have this, you will be drinking it at home, because this is something you would not want to, especially in a 14%, or no matter what brewery made it. You would not want to drink a 14% beer out in a bar or a brew pub or anything, anywhere where you would have to drive home. Because in this state, you're going to get in trouble if you go through any kind of road check after drinking one glass of a 14% beer. Just remember, guys, this is almost 3 beers in one glass. In the state of Virginia, that's probably enough to get you a DUI. So, just drink responsibly, guys. I want to make that clear. That's why I drink these big monster beers here at home, and I ain't got to worry about hurting anybody, myself included, if you have an accident or go through a road check, guys. So, just want to emphasize, when you're drinking these monster beers, you better have a designated driver if you're not at home drinking it. So, that being said, just right out of the fridge, let me pour her a glass and sip on this one for a little while and see what we end up with. Very impressive right now. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on about 45 minutes or so. Very nice beer, an impressive beer for the alcohol content that it has. A nice caramel toffee taste, a nice sweetness to it. Even though it's 100 IBUs, it takes a lot of bittering hops, like I said earlier, to balance out that much malt to produce a 14%. So it's done very well, guys. I will say that. I looked at the bottle when I got back here, and there's absolutely no vintage or any kind of dating on the bottle. That is the biggest downfall to this. So if you wanted to buy a 2015 and a 2016, you're not going to know the difference looking at the bottle, unless they've done something different since this one was purchased. They need to have that on there, guys. They need to put it on the label that it's a 2014, 2015, or whatever, and they may be doing that now since I've had this one so long. So if they're not doing that, shame on them. If I went to the beer store and I'd seen this sitting on the shelf and I looked again and it didn't have a date on it, I probably would not buy it, even though a 14% Belgian style dark ale, it's not going to go bad, but I want to see that on there. Either get a dating machine where you can date that stuff, or print it on the label. And if they're doing it year after year, I can understand why they wouldn't want to put it on a label, because they're probably using the same label over and over again, because getting new labels is a tedious process for them to do that. But you know, like I said, DuClaw is big enough to do that, and they choose not to. So if I see it sitting on the shelf again, I will look. And if it doesn't have anything as far as dating that I can see, or vintage on the label, I won't buy it. I mean, that's just the bottom line here, guys. It's got to have something to tell me what the year it was put in the bottle. That's just me, though. Just my opinion, just my OCD. So, with that being said, let's do the final chug on this one. A very tasty beer, guys. Very, very nice. Very well done. But disappointed that they're not dating it or putting some kind of vintage on the label. So with that being said, I think it's an A beer in a B bottle. And that's how I'm going to grade it. I'm going to give this 88 in the scale, B plus from me. If it had some kind of vintage or dating on it, it would probably get up into the A category somewhere. So, let's go over to Beer Advocate. They have it at 3.73. That's not even into, it's borderline between their B and their B plus. But it is a B. So I'm giving a little bit better grade than those guys are, giving it a B plus. Untapped has it at 3.67 again. Also into their B category. And I'm giving it a better grade than those guys are. So those two sites are giving it a B. and I'm giving it a B+, because I did enjoy it, and it's selling very, very well, because I've had it for many years. So hopefully they're doing something different if they produce this again. I don't know if it's a one-time only. It doesn't tell me that it's a retired beer, so they might be producing this every year. I don't know how many times a year they're doing it, but it needs to have some kind of dating on it somehow, or vintage. So that's where I'm going to leave it. If you've had this from DuClaw Brewing, the Repent, the Belgian Strong Dark Ale, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.